So which brokerage platform should you use to trade with? In this video, I'm going to compare Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, and Tastyworks, overviewing the pros and cons of each so you can choose which one works best for you. Hey, how's it going? On this channel, you will learn the steps I took to go from trading with a full-time job to trading as a full-time job. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And today we're going over how to choose a brokerage platform. And at any point in the video, if you want a link to one of those platforms I go over, I will put a link in the description below. So first off, what everyone loves is commissions. Now, Robinhood has the lowest out there with 0. And don't get this mixed up with fees. You will still get federal fees on Robinhood, but that's across all platforms. So Robinhood is still the cheapest out there. That is a super big draw, having 0 fees, for either if you just don't want to pay fees, or for having a super small account where paying $5 or more to buy into a stock when you only have like $100, that's a lot of your money that you just had to pay to buy maybe one share. So when you're initially maybe messing around or being a beginner, it's super nice to be able to just buy and sell one share at a time, so you can just practice and get good at just learning how the market works. For the platforms that actually cost money, Tastyworks is the cheapest out there, especially in options. They are geared more towards trading options on their platform, and they essentially only cost 50 cents per contract. Now for stocks, they're not great, but they're not horrible compared to what's out there too. And then moving on to TD Ameritrade, or the Thinkorswim platform, this is what you'll find for the starting commissions for most of the large brokerage platforms that have been established for a long time. Now, this is insane, and I would never pay this kind of commissions for trading anything, but this is essentially the starting price for what they're trying to get you to trade. This is just to take advantage of people that don't know that you can fight for a better commissions. Generally, if you call them up and ask for reduced commissions, they will reduce them by a tiny bit, and they will say that you need to show that you're trading a lot of volume to reduce those commissions a significant amount. Now, you can try and do this, but you will probably lose a lot of money in commissions doing that. How I got a $1 per contract commission on TD Ameritrade is I called them up and said, hey, I have my money somewhere else, like at Tastyworks, but they only charge $1 or 50 cents per option contract, and I'm staying here unless you guys match their commission. And they did that. They essentially put my commissions for options at $1, and I think reduced the stock down to $5, and I was able to move my money and trade at TD Ameritrade because that's where I wanted to trade at. I can't talk about the other large platforms out there, but I'm sure you could do something like this as well, because again, sure, they may not like the fact that they have to charge that cheap of commissions for you, but you're just business for them, and they want to increase the amount of people trading on their platform because that's generating money for them. So even if it's not necessarily true that you're trading at Tastyworks, you can still really just make some compelling story and argument on why you should have lower commissions, and they will pretty much give it to you if it's a good, compelling argument. So I'm sure you're wondering, why wouldn't I just go with Robinhood, because that is the cheapest out there? Now, because it is so cheap, it comes with almost nothing. It is really a bare bones platform. You can buy and sell on there, and you can generate watch lists, but you can't really look at charts, and you can't really do much of anything else on the platform. Now, there are plenty of people that just use Robinhood to buy and sell on, and then look at charts on either maybe a different brokerage platform or free charting websites out there. Tastyworks is kind of the next on the scale of features that they give you. They're a lot more, again, geared towards options trading, but they have charts on their platform, and they have indicators and a good amount of features that will help you trade. Now, next being TD Ameritrade's platform, Thinkorswim. And this thing has just about anything you would ever want. You can have text alerts sent to your phone. You can even code in your own trading indicators. And this is the platform I use, but I would say also what comes with it is it's a lot more overwhelming than these other platforms, because even though this might be the best one out there, it also is the hardest to use compared to the other ones, with Robinhood being the easiest, and then kind of up the scale is Tastyworks and then Thinkorswim. So maybe as a beginner you want to start out with Robinhood and then maybe move up to Tastyworks and then move up to Thinkorswim as you get better and better at learning how to use these platforms. So now I'm going to show you each one of these brokerage platforms, so maybe it'll give you a better idea of what you're looking for and maybe which one you want to choose. The first one here being Robinhood. Now this is the brokerage that is the bare bones, the super minimal one, but zero commissions. Now this is the web platform, but it almost looks identical to the phone app that quite a few people use. Now this is the home page, and what you'll see is up here is your just account balance, and it will show you your account performance if you actually were trading and had money in here. And if you just scroll down, it'll show you some interesting stocks that are moving a ton today, and then some recent news. But to actually trade, you just go up to the search bar, type something in like Google, and then it'll take you to Google, and you can look at the chart of Google. But again, there's nothing you can do with this chart. You can't change it to a candlestick chart, and you can't really do that much technical analysis on this kind of chart. At least I can't. Now it'll, again, if you scroll down, it'll give you some information about the company, some news. Now to actually buy it, it's just over here. You can buy shares, and make sure to be not using a market order. Market orders essentially will always lose you money because of just how market orders work. And I'd be very careful using market orders on Robinhood. I've heard a few things that they do some behind the scenes action where they make money off of you doing a market order more than a normal brokerage platform would, which is a little sketchy, but again, they're free, so they got to make money somehow, right? But again, just to get around that, just always do a limit order. Now to trade options, you just click here to take you to the options chain for Google, and you can buy and sell options here. And about the only other thing you can do with this platform is you can actually create a watch list. So you can add this to your watch list, and then if you go back to your home screen, you will see that you have that watch list there. Again, this one is really bare bones, but if you're starting out or you just don't want to pay zero commissions and you want to use somewhere else to look at charts, this is a perfect way to do that. So this is what Tastyworks looks like. Now this is more of an actual brokerage platform. You have to actually install this software and download it on your computer. They actually have charts and indicators, and you can manage your positions and create watch lists a lot better than on Robinhood. Now the big thing of why I like Tastyworks is especially when you're learning out options. Now I'm not going to go into a huge tutorial on this, but I want to quickly just show you this awesome feature that they have. Is for trading options, they have much more of a visual way of showing it and representing it. And for me, that just helped me a ton when I first started learning options, because honestly, they are very confusing. So when you just want to sell a put vertical, they have a really easy way of showing that, with showing you which put you're selling, which put you're buying. And these green and red areas indicate where you're going to win money and lose money, and moving these around and changing your options position that you're trying to sell or buy is super easy. Now this is their standout feature on the platform. If you really like this kind of feature or visually being able to look at options, I would suggest just downloading their platform and looking at it. You definitely don't have to deposit money to get access to this. So this is what the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform looks like. You can trade on their website as well, but if you're going to trade on their website, I would probably just trade on Robinhood because their website is pretty basic as well. This is their actual trading platform, and this thing is amazing. It has everything you would ever want. You can customize everything in the exact way you want. You can see here I've changed my candlestick colors. You can have different size charts. You can have charts of anything you want, and you can have charts on multiple screens. Like here I have another chart of something else, and it's just, you can do anything with it. But again, it's a lot more complicated. So I would start with maybe the easier ones and maybe start looking at Thinkorswim if you're wanting to use that stronger platform. But again, when I first started using this platform, it was extremely confusing and I had no idea how to use it. I do have some tutorials on how to use Thinkorswim, so that might help you speed up the process if you're really looking to use this kind of more powerful platform. Another thing you could use is use this platform to look at charts, but then use Robinhood to maybe actually trade on if you're really still wanting to stick with that no commissions. Hey, so I hope you found this helpful in finding a brokerage platform. Now, if you're interested in just learning more about the stock market or how to use the Thinkorswim platform, make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out some of those videos. And if you have any questions on maybe just other platforms or brokerages, make sure to ask them in the comments below.